Hey all, Hipper here. So first up, full disclosure, the guy who gave me the idea for this build is actually Minotaur, another YouTuber on World of Warships Legends. And I saw his video and I thought, hey, that's actually a really good idea. But Minotaur doesn't have turret fully upgraded, so I took it upon myself to do that and test it out on Minotaur, because this guy here will give you an amazing smoke build. So I have aiming systems, steering gears, and you could do damage control, but steering gears makes more sense, I think. And then I have target acquisition to give me a little bit more warning on torpedoes, because you need that with this build, and you'll see that in a minute as well. In the end, I have the torpedo launchers mod to cut 15% off my torpedo reload time, because that is another, well, my own little spice on this build here. So let's have a look at Turret, the commander here. He's 16.4, fully upgraded, and I have Gleaves on as an inspiration for longer torpedo range, and then I have Fulgosi here, and I might switch him for anything like more AP related, I guess, but right now that's the guy that's there. So faster reload time for torpedoes, very good, and subsurface venture here for more speed on torpedoes and more reload time, well, less reload time, I guess. Less detectability here, but look at me now. And torpedo safari for even faster, more range on the torpedoes. And down here I have smoke on the water, for this is primarily a smoke build. But the real secret is the legendary skill here, which is the same one Metajerk was talking about. But I have upgraded this guy fully, so I get minus 50% smoke generator reload time, plus another 2 smoke charges, and that's pretty much the gimmick in this build here. And I'll show you a bit later why that is. So I love builds out of the ordinary, like this one here, thought of by Metajerk, but embellished a little bit by myself here. So let's just look at the smoke here. Look, dispersion time 122 seconds, but your reload time is only 114 seconds, and you have 4 smokes. That means that by the time your smoke screen runs out, you'll already have a new one ready. Actually, you'll have almost 10 seconds. One ready for 10 seconds. So that means you can be smoked up constantly with all 4 smokes if you want to. That is nuts. So nearly 16 kilometer range, and look at these torpedoes here. 12 kilometers and 66 knots. That's another thing with this build here, and the torpedoes are just nasty. Because this build here, you can sit in your smoke for a total of, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes, like constant cover. Of course, you're not gonna need that very often, but you can if you want to. And if you have 12 kilometer torpedoes as well, this ship here is quite a nasty thing to deal with. It really is. So I'm taking this, well, Minotaur out with this build here, and although the build is fantastic, I must say, I think Metajerk has really outdone himself here in thinking about this, because I would never have thought about putting turret on this ship, mainly because I didn't have him upgraded high enough. But then I thought, like I said, I got the idea from Jerk, and I thought, let's try and do it like all the way and see what we get. And yeah, it's pretty good. The reason I am not going to use this build is because I think it is boring, very, very boring. Because, well, all you do is you sit in your smoke and you fire your long-range torpedoes, and you try not to get hit by incoming torpedoes. That's it. And of course you try not to get spotted like I'm getting hit here. That's it. That's what you do in this build here. And sure, in capture the base battles it works really well. In domination battles it's less so, but it's still very powerful. I'm not sure if it's the best build on the ship, but it's probably at least one of the more powerful ones. I mean, just having an extra smoke ready when the previous smoke runs out, it means that like, unless there's a radar cruiser within, what, like 10, 11 kilometers or something like that, no one can see you at all. And the thing with the torpedoes, that's the gimmick there, because you have 12 kilometer torpedoes, it's very easy to keep radar cruisers out of your, out of the radar radius, which is like a maximum of 11.7 kilometers. And here I eat some torpedoes because I'm lazy, and yeah, that's just pretty much it. And yeah, that's it. Just keep a lookout for torpedoes. I almost bought it there, but that's simply because I wasn't paying attention. I was just sitting here like a noob. But anyway, like I was saying, with 12-kilometer torps instead of 10-kilometer torps, it's very easy to keep those nasty radar cruisers at bay, because you can make them, turn around before they even get in within range. And it just means that you can sit in your smoke pretty much uninterrupted and shoot at anything that's 16 kilometers away, and torp anything that's up to 12 kilometers away. And doing this all the while you are hidden, and you can be hidden for as long as you want. Pretty much, you have 4 smokes, and you can use them all in succession. So yeah, it's a nasty build. So if you see here, my smoke is about to run out. It runs out in 12 seconds. But in 1 second, and here we go, my next smoke is already ready. So should I need to pop another smoke, I can pretty much have a perma-smoke here for all 4 smokes that I have. And really, with a ship that just thrives in smoke like Minotaur, that is just a nasty build. Like very, very, very nasty. I'm a bit surprised that Wargaming actually allows this to happen. So here I get spotted again, so I had to smoke up, and that's it. That's what you do. But of course, you need someone to not smoke for you. You need someone to spot for you. That is the main problem with this build here, and that's also one of the reasons that I'm probably not going to play this build here much. I might pop it on Exeter to see what that does, but in the end, it's powerful, yes, and I'm sure some players are going to absolutely love this build here. I know I like it, but I just get a little bored, honestly. And it's not so much the build, it's more the ship. I just don't think that Minotaur has the oomph that I in particular are looking for at Legendary tier. I feel like I spent the whole battle looking down the gun sights, a bit like Friesland, and yeah, I don't like that. I prefer a 10-second reload and then harder hitting guns. But we're all different, and I'm sure, like I said, some people are going to absolutely love this build here. Notice the torp hit we got on the Iowa there, 11 kilometers away. We also got, no, we didn't get one on the Worcester. I thought we did, but anyway. So the other caveat with this build here is that you will need turret at 16.4. That means level 16, legendary 4, to have the legendary skill at the level where you can have perma-smoke. And of course, yeah, that takes some, investing into that particular guy. And like I said, I haven't really put anything into him, so I decided to use some of my abundance of insignias to get him to 16, and then just get him to level 4. He was already level 3 with me. Like I said, just wanted to test it out, and because, like Metajerk said, yeah, that's a potentially very powerful build, and I can say that yes, it is very powerful, and it'll be a lot more powerful in the hands of a player who enjoys these builds here and actually perhaps knows a little bit more what he's doing than I do, because I'm an agile cruiser player, and I find this sort of gameplay here extremely boring, and but just wanted to test it out for you guys, so you can decide for yourself if it's time to level turret up to get access to this particular skill here. It certainly is something out of the ordinary, and it makes for a very interesting build, and I like that. I like interesting builds, and even if they don't work so well. So here, I just miss out on torps hits on this Vanguard here, which is yeah, a bit of a problem. Because in honor of Metajerk, I'm trying to get a Kraken here. I'm not really trying to do much else really. So if you notice the gameplay here, it's very static. I mean, I have hardly moved. I'm sitting in the middle of the map, and then I'm just taking shots at whoever is at their most vulnerable. And I smoke up when I get threatened, and then I just have to keep an eye out for torpedoes. That's it. There's no, like action-packed, hard-pounding kiting maneuvers or close-up torp runs or anything like that. You cannot do that in Minotaur. It's just too squishy. So absolutely for this kind of gameplay here, well, the ship is perfect. Like I said, not my kind of play. I would much prefer to rush a Minotaur smoke than to be a Minotaur sitting in smoke, or a Belfast for that matter. And I was a little bit worried about this ship when I heard it was coming, because Belfast is one of the ships I play very, very little. Like almost, I don't know, I probably played a handful of games in it because I just think it's so boring. And the gameplay of Minotaur is very, very similar, unfortunately. So that's the third kill. So no, fourth kill. So we just need one more, and that's why I'm leaving my safe smoke here. And see, I've pretty much been smoked up the whole game here, and we only have 7 minutes left, and I still have a smoke left. Yeah, what can you say? It's if you like smoke, then this build here is for you. So there's only one destroyer left. So if I'm gonna get my Kraken in honor of Jerk, then I'll have to chase him down before any of the other guys do that. And I'm a little bit behind, which is a problem here, because I was just, like I said, I was just sitting in the middle of the map, taking pot shots at whatever was there. So to recap, yes, the build is very good if you like smoke. My problem is that I think it slows the gameplay down, at least for me. Because one, I have to rely on my team for spotting, and I hate doing that. That's one of the reasons that I run agile cruisers, because it means I can spot for myself if I have to, and still not get, pounded out of the water by the whole team. So yeah, that is a downside. And the other downside is that you really need to put a lot of universal commendations into Turret to get this build here, because you need that commander at Legendary 4. I don't think you needed 16, but that doesn't really matter, because the commendations are the thing that's the hardest to get your hands on. So yeah, if you're willing to, put in the resources, like sacrifice a total of 34 commendations and 8 insignias and a wealth of promotion orders and commander XP, sure, you can get this build here with Perma-smoke on Minotaur. So if that's your thing, I highly recommend you do that, because, well, it's hard to find a better smoke build than this. And like I said, when I saw Jerk's video, I thought that was a very interesting build he had on the ship there, because I was thinking I'll probably put Belfast on or something like that. But because I don't play destroyers much, I wasn't really that into the legendary skills. But then Jerk explained that he had it at legendary 3, and if he got up to legendary 4, he might be able to actually perma-smoke like this. So obviously that's too much of a temptation for me, and I had to try that. So yes, I can confirm it does work. You can, use a smoke, and before that smoke runs out, your next smoke will be ready. So the smokes last about 2 minutes, I think, meaning that you can be smoked up permanently for 8 minutes should you choose to, or like in any denomination after that. So definitely an awesome build, and like I said, some players are going to have an absolute field day with this, and I do think it is a little bit unfair. I don't think that you should be able to pop a smoke before the previous one is actually run out. But you can if you want to. So I'm trying to get in front of all these guys to get the kill shot on the destroyer here, and just pop my sonar on here because I'm feeling a little threatened. I don't have ingenious, so I can't tell if someone's targeting me for torpedoes. And well, my feeling was right. There was torpedoes incoming, and that probably means there are more incoming as well. So we'll just try to rearrange to get them. And there he is. See if I can get him and get the Kraken for Jerk. Jerk will be proud. but unfortunately I miss, and someone else gets it. But it was very close, and that was a Minotaur with probably the most powerful smoke build in the game. At least I think so. So have a think about this, and hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll see you out there.